Start with our first mailbag question from Brian, who says, "You think the Niners should look at possibly getting Dak Prescott if Dallas doesn't franchise him again?" That'd be an interesting combination in terms of pairing Dak Prescott not only in a Niner uniform with the Niner weapons, but pairing him with Kyle Shanahan. I think Shanahan would do a lot better job of getting the most out of Dak Prescott than some other coaches, but you can also not argue how good Dak Prescott was early on in this year under Mike McCarthy and under, of course, Kellen Moore, who's the offensive coordinator in Dallas. I take a look. Sure, right? If you're officially done with Jimmy Garoppolo, you got to look at all options. The question is, how much does Dak Prescott want? And is Dallas looking to draft a quarterback this year, or will they go ahead and re-sign him? Of course, I think he wants to stay in Big D, but who really knows? Good question, though. I like that one. Cree says, "Who do we start a quarterback this week?" So it will be Nick Mullins. That's for sure. It's official. And I think that Kyle Shanahan has basically expressed and showed that his love is with his love, as I say, his favorite backup quarterback is Nick Mullins, and he will play Nick Mullins over C.J. Beathard until Mullins either gets hurt or he just absolutely stinks. And I think that they think they have the best chance to win with Nick Mullins. So I would go ahead and say Mullins, and Shanahan has said Mullins. So it's like official. There you go, official report. Jarrett Wong says, "We signed back Tart, Verrett, or Williams?" Out of the three, I'd sign back Williams. I think K'Wan Williams is one of the better slot cornerbacks in the National Football League. He's obviously had some injury issues this year. He's on injured reserve right now. He's probably not going to play next year, he's not going to play the rest of the year. But out of all three, if Williams is healthy, I would go ahead and take K'Wan Williams over Verrett. Verrett's been very up and down this year. Obviously, the injury history. Tart, again, injured as well. Also up and down. I think they could use some fresh bodies back there on the DB section, but I think I would take Williams if I had to go ahead and pick one. Jose says, what up, Jose? He says, the NFL draft, who would you consider, Trey Lance or Zach Wilson? I haven't seen enough of Trey Lance. And again, not playing this year makes it difficult, and that's kind of an issue for me. Wilson's been very, very good, but who's BYU beaten? Can you name a good team that BYU has beaten? You basically can't, right? Because they're in, one of the group of 5 conferences right now in the NCAA, or should be in college football. I think Trask is going to be jumping up draft boards when it's all said and done, because Florida right now is in the driver's seat to be the number 2 team in the SEC and most likely play Alabama in an SEC title game here in Atlanta at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And if Trask looks semi-decent against a Nick Saban defense, I think he's going to vault up and possibly kind of squeak into either the end of the first round or the beginning of the second round, because quarterbacks are always overvalued. So I think you can trust Kyle Shanahan to pick the one he wants if he wants one, and he's going to have a shot at Lance, Wilson, or of course, like I said, Kyle Trask. But right now, I think Trask might be your guy, although I've watched the film on Lance, and I like the running ability, but I wish he would have played this year, because that would have helped out a ton. And those North Dakota State quarterbacks, they've had some good ones. They're hard to value, though. Of course, Carson Wentz went number 2 overall in his respected draft class back there in 2016. Let's get to some more questions here in just one second. Although before we do that, make sure you guys are subscribed. Hit the red subscribe button down below for, of course, news, rumors, and of course, off-season rumors as well all season long. Just again, hit that big red subscribe button. That way you guys can be ready to rock and notified whenever we drop more videos and do more live Q&As like this one. Keep using the hashtag 49ers. Keep getting those questions down below as we're trying to go ahead and feed through them all. A bunch of you guys are watching right now, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys are watching here on my phone. We have a super chat coming in from Julio Cesar Sanchez. It says, trade or cut Ford if Tack is better. So they can't trade him or cut him right now based on the injury, unless you want an injury settlement. And he's supposed to be back the next couple of weeks. Who really knows? But he's a free agent next year. I can just say this, they're not going to re-sign him. I bet they probably make a cheaper offer to Tack McKinley and hope that Tack will eventually, blossom into the first-round draft pick he formerly was. But I don't see them. They're not going to go trade D4 because he's going to be a free agent. I think that they eventually just let him go and let him, walk in free agency. They don't sign him. So neither trade nor cut. You let him walk. How about that? Good question, though, as of course, I wish D4 was playing, because when he was out there, very rarely last year, he was really good, but, what are you going to do? The back has been flaring up, and they haven't been able to get it under control. Hero Austin's got a good one here. Do you think Brandon Aiyuk will go to his first Pro Bowl this year? No, I don't. He's been good, and he's been really good the past couple of weeks, but he's nowhere near Pro Bowl numbers. DeAndre Hopkins is in this conference, and there have been some other really good young wide receivers playing as well. I'm trying to think how many wide receivers they take in the Pro Bowl. Maybe an alternate, but he's got to do a lot more. The stats for Brandon Aiyuk are not Pro Bowl level just yet. He's been good, but Devo didn't go, and so I don't see Brandon Aiyuk going either. Cree says, trade Armstead to free up some capital and try to sign a more productive D lineman in free agency next season. Potentially, and I don't know if we can fully blame Armstead for playing so poorly. I think we just overvalue him next to, of course, DeForest Buckner and Nick Bosa. I mean, I could probably get a couple of nice sacks if I was playing alongside those two because they're getting all the double teams. So I don't know if we blame him. I mean, sure, someone wants to ask us a question or someone wants to make us an offer, and it's a good offer, but they didn't just re-sign him and gave him a bunch of money. So I feel like they are very, very high and happy on where they're at with Arik Armstead. But he does need to improve, but I do think that next year with a rekindled and healthy defensive line, he will play a lot better, which is the hope for the entire 49er team, that they'll be healthy and be able to play a lot better. And that's kind of the expectation, I think, right now in San Francisco and why they're not freaking out about Armstead's lack of production this year. Rohit says, what do you think about this draft? Zach Wilson and have him play a Taysom Hill role, or trade for Matt Ryan and have him mentor Mullins to eventually take over the franchise? Okay, first off, if Wilson is going to go in the first round, you don't take him to be Taysom Hill. I mean, Taysom Hill was a late draft pick by the New Orleans Saints and was never really going to be a quarterback in it, where Zach Wilson is going to be a quarterback at the next level in the National Football League. So if they draft him, they'll make him the starting quarterback. I mean, rest assured there. Matt Ryan is basically not going to be available. Looking at his contract, I mean, you got to be real high on Matt Ryan to trade for him at his current age of 36. He is playing well this year. He's playing, I mean, he's one of the leads the league in receiving or passing yards. He's up there in touchdowns. I mean, scramble percentage has been good. He's been good, but I think that I just don't see this happening. I know that this Shanahan connection is there. I get asked this a lot, but I do not see this happening at all in terms of what is going to happen with Matt Ryan. I just don't see it happening in terms of him being traded just with that contract. But still a fair question. I think drafting a quarterback is a lot higher potential. Mr. Doggo says 7,000. That's a good name. Should we get after Yannick? He didn't spell his last name right, but it is hard. Ngakoue. There's an N at the beginning of that one. In free agency, I mean, he's been okay with the Vikings this year. He hadn't been as much of a stud as he was in Jacksonville. I mean, sure, right? Take a look. I mean, but do they need to add another pass rusher? Or do they just need to have Nick Bosa be healthy? That's the question you have on the D-line. I'd rather go after, an offensive lineman. I'd rather go after cornerback, maybe a safety. I think those are bigger needs overall than the Yannick Ngakoue issue right now. So it's a fair question, but I think I would rather go after kind of a DB, and I don't know what the list looks like right now. We'll obviously talk about that closer to free agency. What I do know right now is that it's hoodie season. It's freezing outside in Atlanta, and the hoodies are on sale. All authentic chatsports.com/49 hoodie. Go ahead and click the link down below in the description to pick one up. And also, maybe get one for the ladies, right? Maybe you got a girlfriend, got a wife, you got a daughter. They want to rock some 49er gear. Perfect Christmas gifts coming. Christmas is almost here, a little over a month. Pick up your deal right now, chatsports.com/49 hoodie. They're up to 30% off. So pretty good deal since they normally give us a bunch of great deals on this channel getting ready for the holiday season. So go ahead and jump in on these deals. Men's, women's, youth, boys, girls, whatever you want. It's all there, chatsports.com/49 hoodie. We probably get a couple more questions here. Let's go ahead and see what the next one is. Chrono says, what do you think is one big move we should make this offseason? I just mentioned it. You got to get a cornerback. I think you got to get a future at corner because I don't see Mosey as a future. Barrett's not the future. I mean, Sherman's not the future. He's too old. I see them probably going ahead and drafting one, but I don't know what the free agent cornerback list is right now if they trade for one, but I think cornerback would be a big move overall. And then, of course, you got to figure out quarterback, right? I mean, you keep Garoppolo, people could be upset. You let Garoppolo go, people could be upset. I mean, that's obviously the next big move that they'll make, but just early, right? Just a little bit early. Be diving into what's going to happen next offseason. But that's what you guys want to know, so keep asking questions. Here's Robert asking a similar question. Get rid of D Ford and pick J.J. Watt. I mean, you can't pick him. You got to trade for J.J. Watt. And Watt says he wants to play for a winner. We talked about this last week. The question is how much do you want for J.J. Watt? What do the Texans want? They're not going to let themselves get hosed like they did for the DeAndre Hopkins trade. So he's going to cost a lot. And he's aging. I mean, he's had back injuries. He's had lower body injuries. He's a good player, but I wouldn't give up more than a third-round draft pick for J.J. Watt. Maybe fourth, but I don't think the Houston Texans would want a fourth-round draft pick because he's very well loved in the city of Houston. And the same reason why Atlanta wouldn't give up Julio Jones for anything less than a first-round draft pick, because if they did, the fan base in Atlanta would be super upset because they love Julio Jones. That's kind of the issue that I have right now with the D Fords, the J.J. Watts, and the Julio Jones trades that we see. They're just so expensive for aging superstars. I'd rather have new and young superstars instead of aging superstars, and that's kind of been my my thought process all along in terms of looking at the offseason for what it is and what it's and what's happening with it right now. Now, question for you guys here: who have a bigger impact whenever they play next Sunday against the Rams, because both these guys are expected to be back. Debo or Raheem Mostert? Type DS down below for Debo Samuel. Type RM down below for Raheem Mostert. I'm going to say Mostert, but I mean, maybe Debo has a big day. Debo's been on my bench for a very, very long time because he's been injured, but it'd be nice to go ahead and get him back out there. But I'm going to go with Raheem Mostert. Type RM down below in the comment section. I want to see what you guys are thinking right now.